Hey everybody, it's Jeremy here, and today we're going to take a look at another neighborhood. It's called Valencia Lakes. It's just in Golden Gate in Naples. It's a great opportunity to get in. It's a little bit of an older community, has bigger home sites, tons of water, and there's a handful of new construction lots that are available. They're going to sell quick, so hop in the car and let's take a look. Okay, so getting started here with Valencia Lakes. This community is located in East Naples, I would say. It's pretty much right on the border of Golden Gate. This entrance itself is off of Randall Road. It's basically where Immokalee turns to the north, and then Randall keeps going east. So this is the main clubhouse here, and you can actually see there's a sports court over to the side. It's set up for tennis, full-size basketball, and they actually had a couple roll-away pickleball nets, so, you know, multifunctional there. A good part of this community is built on lakes, so it's a great opportunity if you're looking for a water view to find one here. It also has a really nice pool area, which you'll see. Really low fees in this community. They run about $145 a month currently, but zero entry pool and even a kids play set back there. Okay, so this, if you've watched any of my videos before, this is a little bit of an editing technique. I'm not actually speeding in the community. I'm just showing this at 1.5 or maybe even double time. What I wanted to show you is this community was primarily built between 2003 and 2005. However, there was one section on the eastern side, the section of this neighborhood that actually joins up against Valencia Golf and Country Club, that was yet to be developed. So I wanted to give a perspective of both old and new, and just point out a couple things. So although this is a bit of an older community, there's a lot that I really like in here. You know, obviously because of the age, you have a lot more maturity when it comes to the landscaping, but I particularly like the setbacks. When you look at this road, most of the houses, actually all the houses, are set pretty far back. And something that's somewhat unique in this community is you do have sidewalks on both sides, but they're set deep. They're not right along the street with just a little bit of grass, you know, between the road and the sidewalk. So this community is very family friendly as a result, or just friendly for walkers and joggers, because you just don't find yourself near the streets. Lots of palm trees, certainly plenty of live oak to give it that old Florida look. But when you start to look closer, what you're going to see is paver driveways everywhere. You've got tile roofs on every house. So even though this, like I said, was built a little bit, you know, they're about, 15 years old to 17 years old at this point, 18 years old. There's a lot of consistency. And some of the communities that were built in that time period, they weren't as consistent. So you'd have a shingle roof next to a tile roof, and a concrete driveway next to a paver driveway. So although it is older, I do like that you see a lot of consistency. The sidewalks, again, as I mentioned, on both sides. The setbacks, I mean, you've got, in many of these driveways, easily, you have 2 to 3 cars end to end. And depending on if you have a 2 or 3 car garage, that certainly means you could have quite a few cars in the driveway if you've got your garage full of other toys. So this is the section that actually comes up towards the new construction. There's a bigger lake off to the left and then a smaller lake to the right. Just wanted to show you how, a lot of these communities look as you get into kind of the newer stuff. Everything in here, of course, is concrete block on the main level, reinforced, rebar. The building codes here in Southwest Florida are pretty robust. They change effectively after every major hurricane. We learn basically what causes damage, and then a lot of the codes will change to reinforce how they truss a roof, or how they strap and truss. I mean, it's pretty neat to see. So in addition to like roofs, there's also requirements for storm protection on every house that's sold in Lee and Collier County. So typically with every house that you're going to purchase that's new construction, you're going to get shutters that are actually stored in the garage, and they take 20 minutes to 30 minutes depending on your comfort level with putting the shutters up. If you've got a bigger house, maybe 45 minutes. So what I'm going to show you now is just kind of drive past, and because this is on a little bit of a turn, you can actually see the benefit to the front yards. But the lots in here are closer to 1/3 of an acre, whereas most of our communities, they're less than 1/4 of an acre. So you do have a little more space between the houses, which is really attractive. You got a little more front yard, generally a little bit less in the backyard just because of the lake management easements that you're going to have in here, especially if you back up to a lake. But you can see still a good amount of space. And again, because the sidewalks are set back, you've got a pretty good area where you can walk and, play with the kids. Additionally, this community is about 350 homes. When this build out is finished, it's going to be closer to about 400 homes. So here, kind of the same perspective, but in the older part of the community, you can actually see, even with the landscaping around the houses, you still have a good amount of space. One nice thing about this community, and a lot of people don't know it, it has its own gate to the Publix, which is literally off to my right-hand side. So great access. So maybe you want something that's a little bit newer, or maybe you want something in North Naples that's a little closer to where you work or where you play. Check out Riverstone. That's a community that we know you're going to love.